I didn't think I'd ever have to ask permission to drink a glass of wine in my own home. But here I am, standing in my kitchen at 10:30 p.m., opening cabinets like I'm searching for something illegal, and realizing he hid it from me. I'm 41. I have a career, a child, and a life I've built piece by piece. I've never had a problem with alcohol. If anything, I barely drink, maybe 1 glass a week, sometimes 2 if it's been a lot. But that night felt like one of those moments where you just need to exhale. Our toddler had been sick for a week. Not just a mild cold, fever, crying, barely sleeping, which meant I barely slept either. On top of that, I had a huge presentation at work that day. I pushed through it, smiled, acted confident, and delivered it like everything was fine. It wasn't. By the time our child finally fell asleep, my body felt heavy, like I'd been carrying something all week and didn't even realize it until I stopped moving. So I told him casually, "Hey, I'm gonna sit for a bit, maybe have a glass of wine and just scroll for a while." I didn't think it needed approval. I was just sharing. He didn't say much at the time. Just nodded in that quiet way he does when he's already judging something but hasn't decided how to say it yet. I didn't notice it then. I went to the kitchen. Opened the cabinet where we usually keep the wine. Nothing. Okay, weird. Check the fridge. Maybe I forgot I put it there. Nothing. Then I checked the other cabinet, and the one above the fridge, and even the pantry, which made no sense. Still nothing. And that's when it hit me. He moved it. I walked back into the living room, trying to stay calm, but I could already feel something building in my chest. "Did you move the wine?" I asked. He didn't even hesitate. "Yeah." Just like that. No apology, no explanation. Just yeah, I laughed, but it wasn't a real laugh. "Why?" He shrugged. "You don't need it. Especially on a weekday." Something about the way he said need really got under my skin. "I don't need it," I said. "I want it? There's a difference?" He looked at me like I was missing the point. "It's not healthy. You've had a stressful week, sure, but drinking isn't how you deal with that." And that's where it turned. Because suddenly it wasn't about the wine anymore. It was about him deciding what's acceptable for me. "I'm not asking for your permission," I said, my voice sharper now. "I'm telling you what I want to do, and I'm asking for one small thing." He shot back. "Just don't drink on weekdays." A one small thing. That phrase stuck with me. Because it's never just one thing. It's always just this one thing. But then there's another and another. "Don't eat that, it's not healthy. You should sleep earlier. Why don't you work out more? And the only thing I can do freely, go to the gym." Because that fits his version of right. I stood there, feeling something between anger and disbelief. "I'm a grown woman," I said. "You don't get to hide things from me like I'm a teenager." He crossed his arms. "I'm not controlling you. I'm looking out for you." That word, controlling, hung in the air between us. Because if you have to say you're not controlling, doesn't that already mean something? We argued for a while after that, not screaming, but that tense, quiet kind of fight where every word feels heavy. Eventually, I just walked away. I didn't even want the wine anymore. I just felt small, like my choices didn't belong to me. Later that night, lying in bed, I kept replaying everything, trying to see his side, and I can, to some extent. He barely drinks. To him, alcohol isn't something you use to relax, it's something unnecessary, maybe even risky. So from his perspective, me wanting a glass alone after a stressful day might look like a bad sign. Like maybe I'm developing a habit. But here's the thing that keeps bothering me. He never asked. He assumed. And instead of talking to me, he acted. He hid the bottles, like I couldn't be trusted. That part stings more than the argument. Because I started questioning myself after that. Am I wrong? Am I overreacting? Is one glass of wine on a random weekday really such a big deal? But then another thought creeps in. If I let this slide, what's next? Today it's wine. Tomorrow it's something else. And I keep thinking about something he said before, weeks ago. I had poured a glass with dinner from a bottle he bought, and he frowned. I joked, "Then don't buy it if you don't want me to drink it." So he stopped buying it, and I didn't think much of it, until recently when I picked up a couple of bottles during grocery shopping. Just casually. Apparently to him, that was breaking some kind of agreement. An agreement I never agreed to. That realization hit me harder than I expected. Because now I'm wondering, have we been living under rules I didn't even know existed? Or worse, rules I slowly accepted without noticing? The next morning, things were calmer, we didn't fight again. Life just continued. Kid work, routine, but something feels different now. Not broken. Not dramatic. Just shifted. I still love him. I'm not thinking about leaving. We've built a life together, and overall, we're a good team. But there's this quiet question sitting in the back of my mind now. Where is the line between caring and controlling? And if I have to question that, am I really as free in this relationship as I thought I was?